Hello, friends. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach, coming here for day 10 of our relationship with Self's 30-day series. And today we are talking about resentment towards yourself. Now, we all have heard of the concept that I resent that person, or internally we know that we resent that person. We are angry with them and we kind of want bad to happen to them. Secretly, we are thinking about that. What that energy is, it's energy of not forgiving somebody. Somebody did something wrong to you, or they violated a boundaries with you, but you don't feel you can forgive them yet, or you don't feel they deserve your forgiveness, or you feel the crime that they did was so big that if you let them go or if you forgive them, that is just not going to be fair. It could be any of those things. So, what we've been talking about in this series, whatever we project outward comes from within us. So, if I am resenting someone else, first of all, I resent myself. So, we are going to, for the sake of this conversation, we are only going to focus on resentment towards yourself. Where does it start? What it's doing to you, and how maybe you can shift away from it or transform it into unconditional self love. Resentment comes from when we have a hard time forgiving ourselves. So look at your life. Look at past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50, whatever many years you can look back at. What are the time when you did something that you are having a hard time forgiving yourself? And generally it shows up in relationships. Maybe you stayed in a relationship that wasn't good for you. The person wasn't treating you right. It could be a intimate relationship or just a friendship or, family ties, but you still stayed there and secretly you resent yourself. You're angry with yourself. Why did I do it? Why did I stay? And you have hard time forgetting yourself, forgiving yourself. You have a hard time accepting that whatever I did in the past, that's exactly what was needed. Because that is what forgiveness is at the root of it. It's acceptance. It's accepting whoever, whatever we were in that moment. That is what we needed to be to come to the point where we are today. But when that connection is not being made, that is when we resent ourselves. How could you? How dare you? Why did you? And we feel that if I forgive myself, I'm letting myself off the hook. So I need to keep myself on the hook. I need to keep myself in the check. What that energy is doing within you, it's creating a very toxic environment. Generally, when we are resenting ourselves, it's very hard for our body to stay healthy because there's two places that are getting affected. One is there is a chakra called Mangman chakra. It's kind of like lower back, but not all the way low. Like it's not at your tailbone, it's a little bit above it. Sometimes we develop herniated disc in those areas. Sometimes we develop weird kind of pain in that area. Another aspect that will show up because that chakra is um, providing energy to your vascular system. So you might develop high blood pressure. If you're in your 30s and you consider yourself to be somewhat healthy person, but you have developed blood pressure, that is the hidden problem that you have. It's not that you have high blood pressure because your mom had it and your dad had it. No, my friend, our genetics, like the genes that are turned on, depend on the emotion I'm holding on to, the frequency I'm holding on to. We all have genes for everything, but that is the deciding factor what is going to be turned on for you and turned off for somebody else. And if you want to learn more about this concept, epigenetics, you can read Bruce Lipton's book, Biology of Belief. Where it gets tricky, we also inherit our parents' behavior pattern. If you have a parent who resent everybody, who resent themselves, who have hard time forgiving themselves, you're going to be the same way unless you develop yourself. You do the inner work to shift your paradigm, your unconscious paradigm that you were just inherited. Unless you do that, nothing changes. Another aspect that does get affected, especially in women, is our breast. When we are resenting, resentment is the root energy of any cancer. But when we are resenting ourselves, this is what we do in our behavior. We give to everybody else but ourselves. We become the biggest giver you will ever find. Take any person who has left this world because of breast cancer, any woman. One thing you will find other people describing her, she was a very giving person. She was a very caring person. I know when we have lost our loved one to something like that, we don't want to think about them that, they were maybe secretly resenting ourselves. But my friend, we are such a magnificent being. We are way bigger than this body. This body is a speck in the sand of our expression. I am a soul that is so infinite, so unlimited. This body is just a tiny element of that expression. So let's put all the judgments aside and let's focus on how can I resolve that resentment within me so my body doesn't get sick, so my soul get to do the work that it came here to do, because that's why we came here. Why else we would leave company of our creator and come in the world where everything is chaotic? We all came here to contribute and share our light. How can I share my light if I am against myself, if I'm resenting myself and my body is falling apart? We can't really do that, right? So looking at ourselves, I invite you to look at yourself from that expanded view. You are a divine being in this human experience, and it's very crucial for you that you keep your vessel clear. You keep all energy channels open so the energy can move through you. It can keep you healthy so you can share the light that is within you, that diamond that God put within you to come down and share with the world the light of it, the diamond that you are, to share that light with the world. That is why you are here. And you cannot get there if you keep resenting yourself. And everything that we put out in the world, it starts with what's going on within us. If I am feeling chaotic within me, I cannot contribute to anybody's life. And all of us human, we are here to contribute and share our gifts. It's not just about the careers that we have, it's sharing ourselves. So when you work on your relationship with yourself, when you start to forgive yourself for those past mistakes, when you start to realize whatever I was doing, whoever I was being, even though I feel disgusted by my past self, I would never do it. But when you realize whatever has happened, that's what it is. It's gone. It's in the past. Do I want to be that person again? Do I want to do those mistakes again? You get to make a decision. But when you accept, you start to dissolve that energy of resentment. You start to let go of that hook that you have on yourself. You start to let it go. And you know what happened? Your energy body opens and all the channels open. Now there is a good flow of energy to every part of your body. And that is when you get to not just feel physically healthy and energized, but internally, you feel at peace. And when you feel at peace, that is truly when you can reach deeper down into you and you can bring out the most beautiful aspects of you that the whole world is waiting for you. And my friend, before any other time, now is the time. The world needs your light. We are not going to bring world peace by having, political discussion. We are truly going to, of course, that is also a part of it, but the real peace in the world will come when each and every one of us feel at peace within ourselves. Because peace is an energy, it's a vibration. If all of us start vibrating at peace, the whole world will start vibrating at peace. And that is how we truly achieve that beautiful place that we all want to leave for the next generations who are going to be coming after us, our kids and their grandkids and, grandkids who are going to follow us. That is truly how we can leave a beautiful world for them. Now, if this is something that pulls on you and you feel like that you want to work on this self-forgiveness and resentment piece, because in the past you just said yes to people that you shouldn't have, and in relationships you gave and you gave and you got depleted, and now you have nothing to give to yourself. If that is where you are, I invite you to reach out to me. You can go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, and you can book a consultation with me. I would love to be your guide to help you heal your relationship with yourself. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.